read before I have to go shower and go to bed. My pigtails are too high and my ears are popping out. Okay. Lunges. My napkin for my lunges because my hands are going to get dirty. Hopefully you can see me because I can't see you. Lots of dragonflies out today. I wonder if there's such a thing as like a water rake to like clean up my area over here. Because like there's a lot of stagnant like sticks that are kind of just stuck over here. I want them to go out. Anyway. I'm really shaky and I don't know why. Oops. My neighbors use their dock a lot too. Oop. I see them out here a lot. And the ants are back. I feel like they can hear me coming or something. I wonder where their anthill is, because they can't have an anthill like on the dock, can they? Bro. Enough with the oranges for now. Hello. I can't see what you're saying, but hi. Oh. The turtles are popping up trying to catch bugs, I think. Alright, let's keep reading my book. Maybe I should read out loud. I read out loud all day, though. I'll have to lead you upstairs, the doctor said. Tomorrow we must really start to learn our way around. Luke, will you screen the fire? Okay, I already read this part. What color are your rooms? Eleanor asked, unable to resist. Yellow, the doctor said, surprised. Pink, Luke said, with a dainty gesture of distaste. We're blue and green down here, Theodore said. I will be awake reading, the doctor said. I will leave my door ajar, so I will certainly hear any sound. Good night. Sleep well. Good night, Luke said. Good night, all. As she closed the door of the blue room behind her, Eleanor thought warily that it might be the darkness and oppression of Hill House that tired her so, and then it no longer mattered. The blue bed was unbelievably soft. Odd, she thought sleepily, that the house should be so dreadful and yet in many respects so physically comfortable. The soft bed, the pleasant lawn, the good fire, the cooking of Mrs. Dudley, the company too, she thought, and then thought, now, I can think about them. I am alone. Why is Luke here? But why am I here? Journeys end in lovers' meeting. They all saw that I was afraid. She shivered and sat up in bed to reach for the quilt at the foot. Then, half amused and half cold, she slipped out of bed and went barefoot and silent across the room to turn the key in the lock of the door. They won't know I locked it, she thought, and went hastily back to bed. With the quilt pulled around her, she found herself looking with quick apprehension at the window, shining palely in the darkness, and then at the door. I wish I had a sleeping pill to take, she thought, and looked again over her shoulder, compulsively at the window, and then again at the door, and thought, is it moving? But I locked it. Is it moving? I think she decided concretely that I would like this better if I had the blankets over my head, hidden deep in the bed under the blankets. She giggled and was glad none of the others could hear her. In the city, she never slept with her head under the covers. I have come all this way today, she thought. Then she slept, secure in the room. Theodore slept smiling, with her light on. Further down the hall, the doctor, reading Pamela, lifted his head occasionally to listen, and once went to his door and stood for a minute looking down the hall before going back to his book. A nightlight shone at the top of the stairs over the pool of blackness, which was the hall. Luke slept on his bedside. Luke slept on his bedside table, a flashlight and the lucky piece he always carried with him. Is the piece a gun? Okay. Settling and stirring with a movement that was almost like a shudder. 6 miles away, Mrs. Dudley awakened, looked at her clock, thought of Hill House, and then shut her eyes quickly. Mrs. Gloria Sanderson, who owned Hill House and lived 300 miles away from it, closed her detective story, yawned, and reached up to turn off her light, wondering briefly if she had remembered to put the chain on the front door. Theodore's friend slept. So did the doctor's wife and Eleanor's sister. Far away, in the trees over Hill House, an owl cried out, and toward morning a thin, fine rain began, misty and dull. Okay, Theodora is definitely a lesbian. Like 10,000% is a lesbian. I've been suspicious, but now I'm sure. Theodora's a lesbian. Her friend? Yeah, okay. Back in those days, a friend, and then they list all of the other people's relationships exactly. A friend? Sure. Next chapter. Eleanor awakened to find the blue room gray and colorless in the morning sun, or in the morning rain, sorry. She found that she had thrown the quilt off during the night and had finished sleeping in her usual manner, with her head on the pillow. It was a surprise to find that she had slept until after 8, and she thought that it was ironic that the first night's sleep she had in years had come to her in Hill House. Lying in the blue bed, looking up into the dim ceiling with its remote carved pattern, she asked herself, half still asleep, what did I do? Did I make a fool of myself? Were they laughing at me? Thinking quickly over the evening before, she could remember only that she must have, seemed foolishly, childishly contented, almost happy. Had the others been amused to see that she was so simple? She said silly things, she told herself, and of course they noticed. Today I will be more reserved, less openly grateful, to all of them for having me. Oh, here come my duck friends. Probably scared them away with my talking. The duck sounded like it was laughing at me. Oh, it's talking to its friends. Are they gonna fight? These ducks are very aggressive. They fight a lot. And then the crows. Crows are fine. And then there's just the usual tweet, tweet, tweet birds. The turtle has gone back to its stick log thing. It's not afraid of me anymore. That's nice. Then, awakening completely, she shook her head and sighed. You are a very silly baby, Eleanor, she told herself, as she did every morning. Okay. The room came clearly alive around her. She was in the blue room at Hill House. The dimity? Dimity? I don't know what dimity means. D-I-M-I-T-Y. The dimity? Okay. Curtains were moving slightly at the window, and the wild splashing of in the bathroom must be Theodora, awake, sure to be dressed and ready first, certain to be hungry. Good morning, Eleanor called, and Theodora answering, gasping, Good morning! Though in a minute, I'll leave the tub filled for you. Are you starving? Because I am. Does she think I wouldn't bathe unless she left a full tub for me? Eleanor wondered, and then was ashamed. I came here to stop thinking things like that, she told herself sternly, and rolled out of bed and went to the window. She looked out across the veranda roof to the wide lawn below, with its bushes and little clumps of trees wound around with mist. Far down at the end of the lawn was a line of trees which marked the path to the creek. Although the prospect of a jolly picnic on the grass was not this morning so appealing. It was clearly going to be wet all day, but it was a summer rain, deepening the green of the grass and the trees, sweetening and cleaning the air. It's charming, Eleanor thought. Ooh, there's a spider. Oh no, that's just a really ugly big ant. Get off. Oh, and I flicked it onto my shoe. Off. I don't want you to die, but I also don't want you near me. No offense. I don't like bugs. But I love being outside. Ah, an ant is on my book. You do get to die because you are on my book. What was I at? Cleaning the air. It's charming, Eleanor thought, surprised at herself. She wondered if she was the first person ever to find Hill House charming, and then thought, chilled, or do they all think so? The first morning. She shivered, and found herself at the same time unable to account for the excitement she felt, which made it difficult to remember why it was so odd to wake up happy in Hill House. I'll starve to death, Theodora pounded on the bathroom door, and Eleanor snatched her robe and hurried. I tried to look like a stray sunbeam, Theodora called from her room. It's such a dark day, we've got to be a little brighter than usual.